Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News. Thursday, June 20th, 2024. Stand up for your country. Well, it's hot. Hot here in the Northeast. So in Maine, I think it was Caribou, way up by the Canadian border, is 103. Hot. And it's global warming, of course. Whenever it gets too hot, too cold, when there's a fire, a hurricane, a windstorm, whatever it may be, it's global warming. Okay. So what am I, your humble correspondent, going to do about this? I can't do anything climate-wise, but when it gets hot, and I'm not a hot guy, not a hot weather guy or a hot guy, I go to the beach. And I may plunk into the ocean this weekend. And it's early, and it's cold in there. Yeah, about 65 in the New York ocean beaches now. It's a little chilly, but I might go in. But anyway, you should have a strategy on dealing with the heat yourself because, you know, last year was record-breaking heat. This year, it's going to keep getting hotter and hotter. It's the weather cycle that we're in. Okay, breaking news, Supreme Court, 4 decisions today. Nothing really much. So if you've got investment, it's in a foreign company, the government, the U.S. government can tax you on it, one-time tax. Okay. It's called a I can't even say the word. Repatriation tax. All right, O'Reilly. Repatriation tax. They can do it. And the rest of it is just individual stuff. Tomorrow's a big one. Whether Donald Trump has immunity for accusations on January 6th by the special counsel. And I am predicting right here on the No Spin News that the Supreme Court will kick that back to the lower federal courts for more definition. And by doing that, there won't be a Trump trial on federal charges on January 6th issues before the election. So that's what I'm predicting. I think it'll happen tomorrow. And I'll tweet immediately. By the way, if you want to get on our tweet ban, it's worth it. It's just at Bill O'Reilly. It's simple. But I throw out there a lot of stuff every day. All right, Talking Points Memo is a movement by the far left, the progressive left, to take over the radio talk industry. It's a fascinating story, so stay with me here on it. And it's very, very important. So as you know, corporate media on television is 90% left. All right, there's 2 conservative networks, Newsmax and Fox News. And there are about 8 liberal networks, so if you count them all up. So the liberal message on television news dominates. Talk radio, it's different. More conservatives do well there. In fact, I don't know of any liberal radio talk show hosts that really command a lot of attention. You may remember that Air America. Remember that? Air America, it came on in 2004. It was on for 6 years. They lost at least $42 million. Nobody listened to it. That was Al Franken, Rachel Maddow, all of these bomb throwers. Bombed. Okay? It was just an awful business venture. And it went off the air. Well, now enter George Soros, 93 years old. He doesn't care about making money. He's got so much money, it doesn't matter anymore. He cares about dismantling the United States of America, making it into a progressive paradise. So he has spent an incredible $3 billion just in the USA over a 10-year period trying to impose progressive/socialism on this country. $3 billion with a B dollars. Now, Soros is trying to buy the Odyssey radio network. What is that? It's got 220 stations, all right? It has allied with CBS Radio because it's losing. It's almost $2 billion in debt, Odyssey Radio. I mean, it's going out of business, just a matter of when. Soros knows that. He sees that. So he's coming in to try to buy the network. Who's on the network? Hannity, Mark Levin, Glenn Beck, Guy Benson, Ben Shapiro. It's a lot of conservative crews on, that's Dana Loesch, on Odyssey. And they do well, but the network itself, for whatever reason, as I said, owes $2 billion, which they're never going to be able to pay off. So Soros might get this. He's got to go through the Federal Communications Commission, but the woman who runs that, Jessica Rosenworcel, is an ardent Democrat. So I would assume that Soros is going to get this Odyssey. And that has conservative commentators very upset. Roll the tape.
They have Sean Hannity, they have Mark Levin, and George Soros has spent more than $21 billion over the last few decades. He spent $1.3 billion in 2022 alone. Most of that cash went to left-wing causes, including Media Matters, Planned Parenthood, the Sunrise Movement. He's the guy who has put in the radical DAs and the radical attorney generals. And now, what? He's buying up talk radio.
Okay, so Beck has 21 billion on it. I have 3. We may be coming at it from a different point of view. If you add up all Soros's political donations and all that. But anyway, the guy is by far the most lavish spending progressive in the world. He's a dangerous man. So again, he's not trying to do this for business, for money. What his plan is to do for radio what the corporate media has done for television. So you cannot find a conservative voice on ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, or MSNBC, on and on and on and on. Okay? PBS. You just keep going down the list. I check every day because we're putting together a big investigative report on this. And we'll have it for you at the end of August. We're compiling data that is just shocking. That if you are a Trump supporter, or simply don't say anything bad about Trump, or a conservative person, you are denied access to the corporate media. It is shocking, but not in radio. And that's what Soros wants to do, a total blackout. This is about censorship, totalitarian censorship. This is what they did very effectively in Germany and the Soviet Union before World War II. In both of those totalitarian countries, Hitler and Stalin silenced all opposition. That is what Soros is trying to do here. And it's been fabulously successful on the television side. Okay? If it weren't for Fox News, it would be over. But Fox News' audience is, I don't know, half of what it used to be, 60% of what it used to be. So, and there are many reasons for that. A lot of it, people don't want to pay the cable fee, on and on and on. But Fox is it on television. That's all. And the Fox local stations don't do what Fox News Channel does. They don't. Okay? So this is really a story that every American should know about. There's one more element to it, social media. Social media is not a censorship thing anymore because the FBI's detente or meeting with the social media in Palo Alto, okay, to suppress the Russian collusion and Hunter Biden computer stories was exposed, opening up these companies for a lot of litigation and a lot of terror. So social media now, you can get all voices heard on social media. You can, okay? But in traditional media, you can't. Soros, as I said, I think he's going to succeed here. It'll be interesting. You can't haul a Sean Hannity off the air or a Mark Levin. They're too successful. I mean, the stations, if that ever happened, there would be an outcry. It's impossible. But you could make it very hard for the Odyssey stations to hire anybody else. I mean, you can do a lot of things. And that's the memo. Okay. If you want to comment on that, bill@BillO'Reilly.com, bill@BillO'Reilly.com. What I would like to know, outside of talk radio, Glenn Beck, and I think Hannity's discussed it and others, if you have seen any coverage of that on television, of the Soros play into trying to get the radio, please let me know if you've seen it. That would be very helpful to me. bill@BillO'Reilly.com, name and town. And if you don't want me to say your name, I won't. All you got to do is put on your emails to me, I'd rather not have my name. Fine. I'll absolutely protect you. You all know that due to cancel culture, Mike Lindell and MyPillow no longer have the support of their box stores or shopping channels. So they want to pass those savings directly to you. Thanks to their dedicated employees, MyPillow has hundreds of products, some you may not even know about. To spread the word, they are having a $25 extravaganza. For just $25 each, you can get 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, 6-pack towel sets, sandals, and more. For the first time, get premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, any size, any loft level, for just $25. This amazing offer will not last long. So please visit mypillow.com or call 1-800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL for free shipping on any order over $75 today. That's mypillow.com, code BILL. Let's go to the mail. We got Keith, concierge member. Keith gets direct access to me, and I hope it's working out for you, Keith. Hope we're helping you. I simply cannot for the life of me understand why President Biden would take a chance opening the border and having terrorists enter, because the progressive movement believes white patriarchy is worse than terrorism. That's why. It's crazy, but it's true, as Christopher Cross once said. Lee, concierge member, thank you, Lee. Unfortunately, with the president in cognitive decline, does he even know that his policies are hurting the USA? It would be logical to assume that he only knows what he's told. That's what I believe. I know I'm not giving him a pass, but does he understand what's going on? Does Joe Biden go, oh, Joe, 8 terrorists were arrested with links to ISIS last week? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. James Droba, Ida, Oklahoma. You have said many times, O'Reilly, that Biden is home studying for the debate. If he doesn't have the questions, how do you study? I explained that, but I wanted to read your letter to show that many Americans are very convinced that Joe Biden will have the questions in advance. If that ever happens, CNN would have to go off the air if we're exposed. Ruby Hines, Bellingham, Washington. Do you think President Trump should confront Jake Tapper about his reporting on the Russian collusion story during the debate? Maybe if Tapper gets wise or something like that, you hold that back. But I wouldn't lead with it. Bradley Rayfield, Apache Junction, Arizona. What kind of silly made-up holiday is Juneteenth anyway? You're misguided here, Bradley. Juneteenth is a serious holiday. Slavery was the worst thing to ever happen to the United States. The worst. And the day that slavery ended for everyone should be honored. Glenda, very good advice regarding helping adult children. We did that yesterday. I applaud you, O'Reilly. It is the number one job of a father to protect his children. That's why our country is such a mess. Fathers have abdicated their roles. A lot of them have, but I think there are more good fathers than bad. But you're right. Father doesn't protect his children, all hell breaks loose. Ralph Acampora, Safety Harbor, Florida. Longtime follower of the No Spin News and reader of your books, Bill. I have a tip I got from my doctor. You cannot exercise your diet. My opinion, Coke and Pepsi are responsible for the sugar addiction around the world. You cannot exercise your way out of a bad diet. Absolutely right. Exercise helps, drives down blood sugar. But if you're drinking 5, 6 Cokes and Pepsis or iced teas or energy drinks a day, you're going to die early. Trudy Van Sluten, Burr Ridge, Illinois. Thanks for the recommendation for the book Codename Nemo. I just finished it. It was a great read. Very interesting. Well, Charles Lockman, my old peer, will be happy to hear that. Codename Nemo about World War II, D-Day. We do recommend that book. We recommend you go to the BillO'Reilly.com store and get our 4th of July special. Here it is, a Not Woke mug. And then if you buy one, you get a very patriotic Stand Up for Your Country mug for only $10. You know, I'm trying to save you guys money every time I can. You got 2 mugs there. We wrap them so you can give them as gifts. Or you want to keep one of the 2 mugs and give the other one as a gift. But you'll never get pricing like this anywhere. And these are good. They'll last you your whole life. Made in America. Confronting the Presidents just broke the record yesterday for advance sales of any of my books. And it's 2.5 months till it comes out September 10th. So we have now sold more advanced Confronting the Presidents than any killing book or my other books. Record breaking. It's amazing. And when you get it, so you have to put a do not disturb sign on your door because you're not going to be able to put it down. Word of the day, no flapdoodle, F-L-A-P-D-O-O-D-L-E. Real word, flapdoodle. We don't want it here. It's not good. And we're going to harpoon a college professor in the final thought. That's coming up next. By now, you have heard me talk about Delta Rescue. They are a fantastic organization that helps rescue animals from the wilderness. You know, I'm a dog lover, so is Leo Grillo, the founder of Delta Rescue. It is his life's mission to provide everlasting care for these once abandoned animals. I myself have donated to Delta Rescue. Do you believe it is part of man's duty to care for dogs and horses, the animals that so much of our history is tied to? If so, please consider making a donation or consult your advisor about leaving a gift in your will or trust. There can be some tax advantages, and it's a great way to help Delta Rescue accomplish their mission. So please visit deltarescue.org to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation supports America's greatest heroes, U.S. service members, and first responders who gave their lives, those catastrophically injured in the line of duty, and homeless vets. The Foundation's Gold Star Fallen First Responder and Homeless Vet programs honor the sacrifices made by men who fought and died for us, and women who risked their lives for our country as well. The Foundation's Never Forget program engages people in 9/11 remembrances across America with more than 80 runs, walks, and dozens of golf outings every year. The Tunnel to Towers 9/11 Institute educates kids from kindergarten through 12th grade about America's darkest day, while helping our nation keep its vow to never forget. So please support Tunnel to Towers. Donate $11 a month. Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. More than 95 cents of every dollar you donate to Tunnel to Towers goes to its programs. That's T, the number 2, another T.org. Okay, as a final thought of the day, next week we're going to have some debate experts on, and we contacted a man named Thomas Holohan, Irish guy. He was a PhD, there he is, and he teaches at the University of Southern California, the Annenberg School. It's a big school, and he's been there a long time, decades. And we said, hey, professor, you want to come on and just set up the debates and tell us how you think it's going to go down, give us some historical perspective. Here's what he wrote back to my producers. Quote, sorry, I'm not interested in lending credibility to this propaganda machine. I guess that's me. So I'm telling you this because this guy, Holohan, talking about propaganda, all we wanted him to do is go over the history of the debates and how they've changed and all of that. No ideology involved with this. Okay? Now, this is what you have in almost every major college in the country. These far left cranks. So you pay an enormous amount of money, the kids are, or you are, you're paying for your children's education. And you walk in the classroom and here's this guy. And we ran him down, and he's a Trump hater, you know, we know who he is. But I wanted to tell you that because this is what, you know, there are ways, look, you don't want to come on the No Spin News, fine. I don't care whether you come on or not. We got a better guest. But be respectful, all right? No, that's just ridiculous. So this guy is a pinhead. I might send him, do we have a Don't Be a Pinhead bumper sticker, right? I think I'm going to send him a Don't Be a Pin. It's too late. He is a pinhead. All right, I want you guys to have a nice weekend. It's hot. So cool off and have fun. I don't know what I'm going to write about Sunday yet in my column. I got a lot of things kind of ruminating around, but I'll have a good one for you because it's, you know, debate week and we'll launch it well. Thank you very much for watching and listening to the No Spin News. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.